So I spoke to Mr. Ford right now, and I was telling him I was born and raised in Africa. There's no baseball in Africa, so I don't even get the game in the
Right.
first place. I just know someone hits, and then if it goes out, people scream, and then I scream with them. And plus, the guys are cute, so I watch.
Right. You know cricket.
I don't really know cricket. It's more of a soccer type thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was asking him if he actually loves baseball, if he grew up on baseball, just like he did in the movie. So did you? Are you a baseball fan?
I'm a sports fan in general. You know, I'm the dude that comes home and looks at all the scores and watches everything. I think my number one sport is basketball, but I'm definitely a baseball fan.
All right, so let's talk about getting this role, because everyone knows about Jackie Robinson. It's not just an emotional role because of what you had to, I guess, get to as an actor, but also a physical role. So let's talk about preparing for this role and what you had to do for it.
Well, I had to play baseball.
Did you have to train?
Yeah, we call it spring training. It wasn't in the spring. We started middle of January to May. I practiced with coaches, and we studied his style of batting, his style of base running, fielding, the different arm slots he might use depending upon which base he was playing and where he received the ball. Pretty much everything a baseball player would do in a practice, we did every day. And so it was playing baseball. That's
So
what
it was tougher for you though, because a lot of times it was I learned a lot about, he had to go through some prejudice and like tough times. I didn't know it was that much. You know what I mean? Did you learn as you went along about this man that you're playing and what he had to go through, and was it tougher the emotional part role, or the emotional part, or the physical part?
I think it's a holistic thing. Um, I learned some things about the emotional part from doing the physical part, and vice versa. I think when you're out there on the field and you understand what it takes to play the game, you understand why this pressure, this racial prejudice, would affect him while he's on the field. So if I don't understand what baseball is and how you play, I wouldn't really get what he did and how he contained his emotion and how he used them. Because it's not even just containing it. You have to transfer it to a certain place. And I think he transferred it into his game.
I was also telling Mr. Ford, because I said I walked in, I was expecting to see Jackie Robinson as the hero, but I told Mr. Ford that I think Branch Rickey kind of shared that role with him, because if he wasn't there to guide him, we would know what would have happened that way. So do you agree, or?
I think
the bond they both kind of shared, it had to take the two of them.
Yeah, no, I think it took the two of them, and I think they learned from each other. They guided each other. Like, and one of my favorite parts of the movie is when Branch Rickey says, thank you for helping me to love baseball again. He thanks Jackie Robinson. You may think of it as, which one is the guy that owns the team and is giving the other a job, but they helped each other, and I think they were two men. And that was one of the things that Rachel Robinson, impressed upon me, is that they were two men who saw eye to eye on something and agreed to do something together. And I think that is the important, story to tell. And that's what Brian Helgeland wanted to tell.
And I think they told it really well, and they told the love story really well, because it was incredible. I loved it.
Right.
I believed it. And I was like, go Jackie, and your name's not even Jackie.